Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to some more Entropia content. And today's episode I'm going to start off with showing that I just got another sale at Foma. I was asking in my latest video if someone could buy the sign out front to make room for the new sign. And what do you know, someone did. So I really appreciate it, viewer. If it happened to be a viewer that bought it, it's like you're the best. And even if you're not, you're pretty cool too. But you should watch. No, who was it? The buyer was Amelie Ambrosine. Sorry, I can't read stuff very well. Even my own name, I have problems pronouncing. So yeah, you might notice that I'm not on Foma anymore. I took a flight all the way down to Calypso to pick up everything I'd left in inventory, and to pick up that big sign. So I'll show you it. Yeah, in today's episode, I'll probably do a little bit of space travel as I travel back to Foma and put up the sign. Cover a few of the things that I screwed up in yesterday's video. Yeah, you can see what I picked up is I got some new Christmas trees because I found them on auction for cheap. And I got the giant sign. So here's what the sign looks like. So I'm bringing this to my shop. I'm going to place it in the place where, who was it? Amelia helped me clear room. Alright, I'm just going to check, make sure I don't have any lootables. Also, while I was on the planet, I managed to put some stuff on auction. Maybe I'll show that quick. For now, let's get going. Now, I've got some big family events today going, so I gotta go get showered and cleaned up and changed. Now, I've been in a panic cleaning like crazy, trying to get my place ready. And hopefully I didn't forget anything. Put everything for auction that I could. Now, what I did place on auction was a bunch of blueprints that are like the Rocktropia prints, the vehicle ones. I usually put those on auction because they sometimes fetch some hefty prices. And that's what I wanted to mention with the drawbacks and advantages to having a shop. Sometimes when you place an item in a shop for like say 6 months and you keep lowering and lowering the price, lots of foot traffic, lots of people seeing it, just doesn't sell. Then you take it to the auction and you put it on and you put it for double the price of what you were trying to sell it for at your shop, and often it will sell. I think that's the main advantage sometimes to the auction, is it's not always low bidders. Sometimes you do get more, like just the sheer amount of views that you'll get from the auction is vastly greater than any amount of foot traffic you'll get. So for those people that are thinking, oh yeah, if I want to shop, everything's going to sell like crazy. If you advertise it a lot, there is a chances that you'll have good sales, but competing with the auction volume is going to be difficult. So maybe that's what I should have said, is like, when you're using the auction, volume is the real kicker. And if the makers of Entropia or MindArc ever happen to watch these videos, or someone who knows them, can you make Foma like a little bit brighter? Like, I know where it is, and a lot of times I still have trouble finding it. Just because everything in space is so dark, and then my computer tends to make things darker. Even when I turn it up, it's just not as bright as I'd like it to be. So maybe in the future, if they could like maybe brighten up Foma somehow. Like, I don't know, make the rock like a bright pink or red, like molten lava color, like some of those other planets. This very dark color, it makes it difficult. Oh yeah, and I didn't give very much description on how to get to my shop, so that's what today's episode, I'll make the title, How to Get to My Shop. I probably should have did that before I was advertising everyone to come to my shop. Show them how to get there first. You know, it's fucking confusing. I know, I talked to a lot of like veteran players, and they still like, there's people that don't grasp how to use these teleporters on these asteroids. They're not designed very well. Hopefully, yeah, if MindArc's watching, they could see this video and maybe find some ways to improve how teleporters work. Well, like Never Die's plan, right? Like the redefining the whole teleport system. Now, if you're wondering how to land on Foma, it's like just a big asteroid and there's no dock. You just fly at it at any point and you'll just appear inside of it. Which, to contrast a lot of the others, like, what is it, the motherships, you actually have to fly into it. Like an actual hole where you're trying to get in. That didn't sound good. Try to get in the hole. Alright, so the first challenge is finding Foma because it's so fucking dark. Maybe your computer's really bright and you don't have that problem. I think for me it's the multiple monitor issue. If I just play it on one monitor, it's super bright, but if I start splitting it into multiple, that's when it gets darker. Alright, so here's the teleport system. When you find the teleporter, you may guess this one doesn't even look like a teleporter, so that fucks people up right away. It's like this little thing right in the corner of the room. When you click that, it brings up this thing that looks like just blank nothingness. But and if you happen to be familiar with it, you have to go up here and click these arrows, and then it starts bringing up a whole bunch of different menus of places that you can go to. So right away you lose a lot of players with this system because they come here and they see it blank and they think they can't go anywhere. There should be something saying, hey, click here for more options or something, right? There's a lot of people I tell, they're like, holy shit, they didn't even know that drop down menu was there. Alright, so once you get that drop down menu selected, you pick asteroid. I wasn't even sure, and I've been here how many times. Now I got a whole big selection of new teleporters that I can go to that are in that asteroid Foma that we crashed into and landed inside. And if you want to get to my shop, you go to main complex block E. And if you want to go to that, what is it, the auctioneer and all the terminals for different things, like the auction, go to the racetrack VIP. There's probably a few other ones, but racetrack VIP is the one I like. But before we go there, let's go to my shop. Main complex E. E for excellent. But yeah, and today on the vape menu, I got some more white rhino and cannabis oil drips. I'll have to cut back, man. Yesterday I was vaping way too much. One thing with vaping too much is it usually just puts you to sleep. So if you want to sleep all day, then vaping too much is good for you. But if you want to get shit done, vaping too much is not. Although my back was so sore the past couple days, doing nothing and resting was actually for the best. Alright, so the nice person who was shopping bought the poster that I had here. I think it was around 5 pet or something, so big shout out to them. If they have anything like links to YouTube videos they want me to add to the description of this video, just put it in the comments link and I'll what is it called, edit it so that it shows up in the top. Alright, so for now I'll pick this up. And if you're wondering why I'm standing here and I can't place something in my own shop, the way shops work, I forgot to cover this, is you have to be standing on your shop, like in your shop area. Then it gives you the place option. Once you have that, then you can move outside and pick where to put it. I know it's kind of fucked up, but that's actually how it works. Holy fuck. This sign is fucking gigantic. I guess that's why they call it the Gigantum sign, right? I don't know if it has any... Yeah, it still has the message. I was just going to ask. I wonder if it still has the message from the previous owner. So it looks like I got a sign from the Pure Peds payout. So that's pretty cool. But as you can tell, this has nothing to do with my shop, so I'm going to be changing this. And I think it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've edited a sign, so this might be a little bit of a refresher for me as well. Alright, first thing I will do is I will remove that message, because I do not need that one. I'm pretty sure there's no advantage to just editing it, so I'll delete it. Do you want to remove it? It doesn't cost anything. Well, that's good. Can't believe Entropia has something that doesn't cost extra. That's fucking amazing. See, signs are amazing. Alright, we'll create a message. God, creating a message is a lot of work. Duration. I think what I used to do is create more than one message and then have it so it would cycle through them. Like one would be the name of my shop, and then the next one would be some of the stuff that my shop sells. I had a bunch of these signs already made, and when I was cashing out one day, or pooling PED together, I sold them. Just kind of dumb. I really shouldn't have done that. But when you need PED, you need PED, right? Alright. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to be able to create this message on the fly. I'm going to take a little bit more planning. I'm just going to go get a drink. I should have planned that too. It's funny, I got everything I needed ready for the stream, and the one thing I forgot is the most important thing, my drink. Vaporizing can give you a bit of a dry throat, so if you just keep drinking, you don't have to cough all the time. Alright, what I'll do for the rest of the video is give you a little bit of a tour, showing you the rest of the items that I finished putting for sale. And I added in my Toolan print collection. So I have lots of different shorts, pants, and even women's clothing. So if any ladies are out there that want to get a variety of Toolan clothes, I'm going to start adding some to my shop, or there is some already. Added some of the Tool-on tools. Finished putting the rest of the shirts for sale and priced everything. Everything's around 40 PED if you want a regular one. If you want something fancy, I might have bumped it up to 100. If you want something really cheap, I got lots of TT+1 prints. No, and I finished pricing all the PRX and stuff. I tried to keep them a little bit on the lower side because I have been selling them for around 9,000% privately, but I figured I'd lower them down to 7,000% just because so many of the viewers are being nice and already buying my shit. So as these PRXs don't sell, I'm assuming most people aren't going to want to pay the full price. I'll keep lowering it as time goes. But if you're a big high roller and you want to take advantage to a huge collection of prints, I've got all the vehicle ones priced now. And how much cheaper will I go? I'll probably go right down to a little bit under markup value, depending how long it takes. So from today's video date, you can probably guess maybe a month or two if you want to swing by. I find even though I do travel in space a fair bit, normally I'll stay in one planet for a month or two. Yeah, so there was nothing else fancy that I set up the shop. I was trying to think if I put anything in the basement, but I don't think I did. Now the extra room in here, haven't really been using it for anything, but I did put a shelf for sale if anyone wants an extra shelf. It's a pretty big one. I don't know, I found these corner type shelves, like the one that I got downstairs for sale, is a little bit better. And if it doesn't fit the room that you want perfectly, you can even invert it upside down. You can see that's what this shelf is here. It's the same as the ones downstairs, just flipped upside down so that it fits. Now I was going to put off making this message, but I think what I'll do is I'll just put one big message for now. I have to do it. Can't keep putting it off. Trying to change the length of the message. Oh, here it is. Let's make it 30 seconds long. Font. I think I like Veranda Bold, but I'm not even sure. What should I call it? Rare prints? No, they're not that rare. Best vehicle, or yeah, call it best blue print shop. Nah, let's put best vehicle print selection. Alright, I don't think that's that big of an exaggeration. You guys want to post in the comments, do you know a vehicle print shop that specializes in vehicle blueprints and has a bigger selection than I do? If that's the case, I'll have to fucking edit this message. It'll cost me. Let's try to make this bigger. I don't think I need content in there. Alright, that seems like a pretty decent sign. Best vehicle print selection. Selection in Entropia. My spelling sucks, so I might have to sound this out. Watch Leland Judson Entropia on social media. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. I kind of like the font too. Surprised I remembered which one it was. Is green the coolest font? White is kind of nice. black and white. Yeah, I think that basically says it. If you just type in my name, Leland Judson Entropia, you'll find me on social media. I'm all over Reddit, YouTube. Might get back into Twitch, but the only thing I don't like about Twitch is they delete all your videos, so create a huge archive, it's really for nothing. Consume from the bottom. That sounds pretty cool. No, that wasn't a very good preview, eh? I didn't really see anything. Hey, there was a person. Fucking mall's crowded today. Alright, that really has me concerned that it doesn't show anything. There is one image that I like to use sometimes because it has a picture of me. What I mean by a picture of me is it has my actual avatar costume. I forget which number it is. Yeah, see, there's me. So that's sometimes why I like to... You'll notice it's the same outfit that I wear, or same shirt, ninja outfit. Yeah, it's kind of a cool sign. Let's see if it works. I don't know, what do you think? Should I just chance it and hope that it's gonna work? It's like I'm hitting the preview, but it's not showing me any preview. They'll take watch out of there. I'm not going to order you guys what to do. You know what to do. I'm just seeing if I could space it, but no. Transparency, alignment, top. Ah, there we go. I knew there was a way to center it, and I wasn't doing it properly. I wonder if I'm allowed to put YouTube. So. I guess if I'm not, I'll get a message telling me. I should go tell you guys the history of my society. I also own, or not own, operate or created a society in Entropia back in 2012. And I got in trouble with the game for a while for some of the stuff my society did, so I have some experience in what happens in that. Best vehicle, print, selection in Entropia. There we go. It's that effect that fucked it up. I think it's really going to be that dark, though. I hope not. There we go. That's a better one. Oh, the whole YouTube thing doesn't show. Alright, so what I should do is... I think people realize that it's videos if it's on YouTube. Let's try looking at that. I don't know, how do you write YouTube? I always fuck that up. Is there supposed to be something else? Let me check. Maybe it's capital T? Yeah, it is capital T. She's like, I'm so good at YouTube, I don't know how to spell it. Alright, hopefully I don't get in trouble for posting that I'm on YouTube. Hoping that's okay. I think, guys, how does that look to you? Should I have made a different sign? If anyone wants to do a contest, maybe I'll buy another Gigantum sign. Someone who wins the contest can create the sign, and I'll post it in my shop. And I'll have to come up with more details on how to make that work, how the contest rules will work, but yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, hopefully that'll get some people's attention. They'll be like, holy shit, best vehicle print selection in all of Entropia. And I'll have to keep getting more vehicle prints, I guess, if I want to complete this claim. Keep it accurate. Oh shit. Holy, it's 410. I wish they would have charged me 10 cents more. Maybe it's dark because I don't have it repaired to full. Although, to be honest, these guys' signs look really dark too, so I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. I don't know, has anyone else noticed issues with Foma being too dark lately? I noticed the inside of my shop that the top floor was okay, but like just putting stuff in the hallway, it looks like it's glowing because it's so dark inside. Is there a way to turn your shop lights on? In this room it's not so bad, nice and bright. But in the basement, I started getting that same issue too. I was like, I had to put this light here just so people could see stuff on the shelf. If I didn't, it's so dark over here you can barely even see it. But I guess if you're into lighting and stuff, then yeah, that's definitely cool for you. Alright, so that's today's episode, was how to make a sign, modify it, and put it on your shop. And what are we on for time? We'll get a message from my sponsor quickly, and then yeah, big shout out to her for helping me get this sign up and everything. The $5 there, or 5 ped she paid for that, was enough for me to pay for the ad. So I really appreciate that sale. And if anyone else wants to shop at my shop and doesn't want me to give them a shout out, just say it. I don't want to be embarrassing people that are customers. And make sure you check out all my neighbors' shops too. They got some really cool ones. Oh yeah, and I was going to put a link to Serial Overdrive's channel. Yesterday I forgot to mention that. Told him that I was really into his videos and forgot to mention that he makes Entropia videos. And if people want to check out his channel, I believe it's called Serial Overdrive. Now I pretty much try to watch all the Entropia YouTubers. I'm going to have to get a list of all of them. I think Raven Jade does some, or Jade Raven, I'm getting it mixed up sometimes, and then Yoshi does some. I don't know if Yoshi does political videos or also Entropia ones, I'll have to check, I forget. And yeah, I used to watch Pig Bennis, his channel was really good, but he hasn't made any videos for a long time. What was that? Dark Spade, I think his name is, or Dark Lord something, I forget. Lord Spade, I think that's maybe it. Now he's got some really good ads in Entropia, so you might have seen his ads around. There we go. So that's how I use the teleport to get to my shop. I forgot to show you guys what shop number mine was. It was at E and it's shop number 27. So if you want to get to my shop and help support me and my channel and stuff, then that's how you do it. And if it's too far to go to, you can always just check out the whatchamacallit link in below. Patreon. Or patron. Did you know Leonardo da Vinci had a patron? And his patron was the Medici family that some people say was the Illuminati. Like, man, that'd be a sick patron. It's like, who's sponsoring you? Oh, just the Illuminati. No, Da Vinci was really into the Magi stuff, and that's what a lot of my podcasts have been about, so something I'm familiar with, or somewhat familiar. I guess I brought a bunch of stuff that I can set up in my Camp Crunk shop, since I transferred all my blueprints. Now, sales have been dying on Camp Crunk compared to Foma, so I'm figuring, hey, I'll try Foma for a while. And the thing I like about Foma is I can set up my entire print collection. Where normally if I set it up on Camp Crunk, I can only put a few prints. Don't mind me, I can't even remember how to fly. No, wait till you see my biking videos. Okay, something really bad is happening. For some reason, my controls had locked, so I couldn't control the ship and it was randomly flying away. Getting rammed by someone. I'll say hi to him, fucking jackass. So gotta try to keep it civil, folks. We're in space. I don't want to get jacked. No, if anyone's not familiar with space and Entropia, there's lots of PvP areas, so you can get fucked up. And how flying in space works is you're supposed to set a waypoint on the map and then fly towards it, and that's how you'll know where you're supposed to be going. Or technically, if you know space well enough, you could just fly without the map, but it's pretty huge. The fuck is going on, man? I just want to fly towards the fucking waypoint. Is that too much to ask? Oh, there we go. I think I'm upside down. Now, I was mentioning before that you can fly into the back of motherships. I'm pretty sure they have to grant access, and it has to be a big enough ship. Whoops. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to crash into you. Holy fuck. So this is why you should never vape and drive, right? There we go. I was thinking my goal is to return to Rocktropia, set up a few things for my shop. But now that I've been thinking about it, really, is that where I even want to go? Now I've been debating because I'm going to do a video about crafting soon. I'm thinking a good location to crafting would be to show it on Next Island. Because Next Island in ancient Greece, they recently released some new blueprints. So I should be going there to try to loot some of them. Yes, so maybe what I'll do is I'll swing by Camp Crunk, drop off some of my items there, like my Christmas trees. Or should I take the plunge and just fly straight to Next Island? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it next island. Now, if anyone's never been to Next Island, I found out this the hard way. That's two lane. Can't remember if it's 2 lane or Next Island. But one of them has this bitch of a thing where you can't actually fly to the planet to land on it. You have to go to the station. So one time I went to the planet and like, why the fuck can't I land on it? And then I had to look it up online and found out, oh, the reason is, it's because you can't. So I'll go to the space station first, see what it's saying. Or no, maybe while I'm flying there, I'll just look it up online. Now, the planets I normally go to are Rocktropia, occasionally Arcadia, Calypso. I go there to sell stuff. So that's pretty much where I hang out. Sometimes I drop by Cyrene when I want to do a big crafting mission, because they have sick blueprints there too. Now, I've actually given away quite of my hints for my crafting video already. We haven't even got to it yet. Now I'll explain the trick, because we're in space. It's a good time to explain it. Is when you're into crafting, you may have noticed that if you use a blueprint like explosive projectiles, every time you get blueprints in the loot, you're getting yellow prints. Like the ones from making explosive projectiles will always loot you other yellow ones. So when you're collecting the yellow prints from doing those, each planet is going to have a reserve of yellow prints that it can give you as loot. So if you go into Calypso and you craft those, they'll be giving you prints that you get on Calypso. And for people not into prints very much, they might be wondering, well, what's the difference? Why would you care if prints from you got some from Calypso or Arcadia or what? Oh, listen. Now, if anyone's wondering, that's a sneeze, not a cough. No, so when you're getting those blueprints for different planets, a lot of the ones that you can get on Calypso, the yellow ones, are already very common and don't have a resale value that's very high. And as a crafter, the main way that you're going to break even as crafting isn't from globals, it isn't from selling the materials that you crafted, it's going to be from the prints that you looted. And a lot of times if you're looting good prints, that'll make or break your crafting run. So that's what I'm talking about when you want to go to different planets and loot different prints. Say if you go to 2-Lan or Cyrene, some of the yellow prints there might have double the resale value. So just by crafting those on a different planet, you'll be increasing your loot odds by double. And it's ridiculous too, like Rocktropia, that's the main reason I love that planet so much. It has the highest resale value for prints usually. So when I'm crafting, almost 90% of the time, I always want to craft on Rocktropia. But if you're like doing really rare items, like say Next Island, which I'm going to now, new ones, like they just came out with new blueprints, so I'm not going to loot them while crafting on Calypso. I'm going to have to go to Next Island to do it. And I've done crafting runs on Next Island before. Good luck with the vehicle ones, not so good luck with the clothing. I think the clothing one was bad luck because the resale value on those prints wasn't the greatest. It wasn't a good variety. A lot of people had them already. Shit, fucking aliens. Yeah, another one of the tricks that I have for crafting and blueprints and planets is not only do you get a different variety, but say you're fishing for a certain type of blueprint. Like say I wanted to get a lot of quad prints, and I'd known that I had just looted 2 or 3 of them on Calypso, and the odds of more of them coming up all on Calypso is going to be slim because I've started to craft and notice they're not giving me anymore. Then I'll switch to another planet, sort of like switching slot machines at a casino, so that I start getting all the quad prints from, say, Toulon or Cyrene. Because every once in a while you'll notice that you'll be crafting, you'll be fishing for a certain print, get a whole bunch of them, be like, yeah, I've got a whole bunch. Then all of a sudden they stop coming. It's like, shit, if they're not coming anymore, just don't keep trying on the same planet. Switch planets. Fucking drain the next planet of all the resources it has, right? Now, if people are wondering why I'm giving away all my crafting advice, it's like, well, I kind of want to help the next generation of Entropians, and people learning how to play the game better is probably better off because you'll get more players that'll continue playing longer instead of everyone having a short attention span and just quitting. And if anyone wants to help with my Patreon, then I won't be giving it away for nothing. No, it'd be nice to make it to 1,000 YouTube subs. Maybe then I could start doing some super chats. And I also noticed in Entropia, in most cases when I first began playing the game, it was all about trying to make money and get rich quick sort of thing. But after a while I realized, not just in Entropia and life in general, it's like getting rich quick isn't really the main objective. It's all about the fun, the journey along the way. So you might as well just enjoy Entropia rather than trying to milk it for cash. Same thing with life. You might as well just enjoy it instead of trying to milk it, right? And with all that insightful content, I think we should do a quick message from the sponsor. Today's show was brought to you by Crack! Crack! It'll fuck you up. Alright, not only did I get a message from the sponsor, but I remembered to go back to the correct scene. Alright, so let's see, where are we? Well, if people are asking why the hell I'm taking such a slow vehicle to fly to Rocktropia, it's mainly because I'm a cheap ass and I like to conserve resources in the game. It's like if I'm not really in a rush to get somewhere, I'll just fly the most affordable way. And I do, like you can see in my inventory, I do have a quad ship, and I do have tons of oil. But the amount of oil that a quad uses to get somewhere compared to the other ship that I'm using now, that I can't say, because I can't pronounce its name, the Near. Anyways, it uses way less oil, so if I want to fly somewhere, I just go on the ship that uses the least oil. People are wondering, like, God, how slow is it? It goes the same speed as a mothership does when it's not in warp. So technically the quad ship is a little bit faster than motherships, unless there's warp. I believe that's correct. If I'm wrong, someone just posted in the chat. I'm wrong all the time, so watching my show and correcting people, if that's what you like to do, then we'll get a match made in heaven. Now, when you're flying to different planets, the only thing you have to watch out for is the aliens, and then pirates. Most of the pirates are nice guys. They're just people playing the game, trying to get by. I'm not just saying that because I try not to get shot down. Oh yeah, some of the tricks that I use, I don't know if they're exploits, I hope not, or I'm getting myself banned. Is you notice my ship isn't at full TT value that it needs repairing. And I notice this is when a pirate kills you, he's killing your ship and you can repair it, but a certain value of the TT goes down as well. And I notice that if you keep your ship really almost ready to explode, pirate kills you to try to take the loot. your repair bill is going to be way less if you just repair it a little bit, and your TT value repair bill will go down because you can't even repair it. So, but it'll be less damage to that. So that's why I don't like refilling it all the way to full, unless I'm carrying cargo. If I'm carrying cargo and I'm trying to evade pirates, then I'll repair my quad to full, and then equip it with some weapons. Like, that's when I'm carrying cargo and trying to evade pirates. But before I would do that, I would probably just hitch a ride on the motherships. I know lots of the pilots. Yoshi's a really nice one. Not to say the others aren't, it's just I can remember Yoshi's name the easiest. It's because I used to play Super Nintendo a lot. So Yoshi is a name I'm familiar with. It's like that green guy. Who would eat everything. Yeah, that'd be a good special attack for me. I think I could eat everything. Yeah, I figured I would do the crafting episode, doing some crafting, but since we're in space, maybe I'll talk a little bit about both. Yeah, so that was some of my space tricks. I know people used to do a space trick where you would just disconnect and reconnect over and over again, but then that was determined to be an exploit. I was never even into trying that because it was too much work to fucking try unloading and turning off your computer. I don't even know if it actually did get you anywhere faster. I was kind of skeptical of that too. The amount of time it takes to reboot the game half the time. Yeah, so definitely don't be doing that restarting thing. That's a glitch as far as I know. Pretty sure not repairing your ship isn't really a glitch. That's more of just a strategy, I hope. The other thing too is there's a whole bunch of controls on how to fly your ship. My old buddy Beamer, before he died, he was like an expert at evading pirates. He liked to just fly in space all day, get some loot, and try to evade them. See how many pirates he could get chasing him and evade. There's different ways of doing loops and barrel rolls and all this shit that makes it almost impossible for the pirates to hit you. He was really good at that. Yeah, it's the one biggest loss I think to the Entropia community is Beamer was always helping people drive around. And that was the other thing too, is like pirates, people knocked them, but a lot of cases when pirates would shoot me down and I'd run out of a welding wire, I would just message them in the chat, be like, yo guy, I can't repair my ship because when you shot it, I fucking forgot my welding wire or whatever, can you give me a ride? And a lot of times the pirates will say, yeah, they'll give you a ride to the planet you need to go to get your supplies, so you don't have to be a complete jackass, they're really just doing their part in the game. The game does thrive on having pirates in existence. As shitty as they are when they steal your loot. Holy shit, looks like I got an auction bid. No fucking way. I put my rubber list blueprint for sale and it sold for 10 ped. I fucking must have like 1,000 of those in storage. Can you imagine I could sell them all for 10 ped? It's a weird thing. Sometimes you get a whole bunch of really common blueprints and you think that they'll never sell. And you put it on auction with a high buyout. Bam, sold. And I'm pretty sure that bid right there, buying that print, just paid for all the auction fees for everything else I put on auction. So big shout out, thanks to Renee Rex Extreme. If you need more vehicle prints, Rex, just let me know. I can give you some awesome deals because you're already helping by buying my shit on the auction. Yeah, this is exciting. I wasn't sure I'd have enough new content to do Entropia videos, but the way my shop sales have been picking up lately and different places that I'm going, I've got a lot to do. Yeah, look at that. Auction sales, shop sales. I'm on a roll. Oh, but we're getting close to the end of the show. So, yeah, so I guess for next episode, guys, what we'll do is I'll cover any updates of stuff that's happened since I last played. I should have landed on Rocktropia, unless I get shot down by pirates while I'm doing this end clip. Now I can see it on the other monitor, so I'm still doing pretty good. Now in the next episode, maybe I'll give the rest of my crafting advice while I do a crafting run, showing how I adjust the meter and when to turn it up and when to turn it down, that sort of thing. It's like, not that I know for sure how it works, it's just some of the things that I've used over the years, and I find it tricks me at least to thinking it's helping, or so maybe it'll trick you too. No, and I was thinking, what was it? Oh yeah, if a killer whale happened to swim by your place while you're vaporizing and sprayed some seawater into your vape, and you got it into it, and it tasted awful, and give the video a dislike, because vaporizing seawater I don't think is very good for you. Yeah, make sure that you never buy the products from our sponsor, because they'll ruin your life. And make sure too, if you can help with the Patreon or any of the, if you want to make some extra cash in Entropia, don't forget to do the Entropia partners. I was skeptical of it for years, but now it's like one of my biggest ways to get money into the game. I really appreciate everyone at Entropia Partners for sharing my videos too. There's a couple that you can even get paid to watch right now. So make sure, if you haven't already, go to Entropia Partners, get paid to watch my videos. You don't have to do it, but if you can, it really helps me out. Alright, thanks everyone, and catch you later.